Why owning at least one Bitcoin in 2023 is a must. Insights from Mark Yusko.
Welcome to Wealth Wiz. We want to give you the information and resources you need to manage your money and create a bright future on this channel.
We provide you with the best financial information and methods for achieving your financial objectives. We have a fascinating video planned for today that is brimming with professional knowledge and useful guidance. Please click the subscribe button and let's start this amazing journey together if you want to improve your financial literacy and make wise decisions. Okay, so here's the deal. All those big shot central banks around the world, yeah, they're all in a pickle. And guess what? It's a pickle they put themselves into. Now, hold on to your hat because I'm about to drop some truth bombs. Intentional ones. I'm not talking about accidental blunders here. I'm talking about governments intentionally flexing their power muscles and spending like there's no tomorrow. Why? Well, because it pads their wallets and the wallets of their buddies too. I mean, imagine being shocked when Mitch McConnell casually spills the beans on TV. Hey folks, that cash we're sending to Ukraine? Nah, it's not for them. It's for us. You've got to give them credit for honesty, right? Now, let's talk about Wall Street. Picture this. The United States stock market takes a nosedive on a Wednesday, leaving investors scratching their heads. Why? Out of the blue, the US sovereign credit rating, that fancy AAA rating that's like the golden ticket of financial trust, just got knocked down a peg to AAA+. And guess what? Treasury yields start to rise as the dollar flexes its muscles. Why? Because some behind-the-scenes private payroll data is making the US labor market look like it's been hitting the gym. Fitch, one of those credit rating agencies, goes, "Nah, this isn't cool. Fiscal deterioration is the name of the game, so the US isn't alone in this downgrade dance." S&P already took a turn. But hold up, Mark Yusko, the Grand Master of hedge funds and the brains behind Morgan Creek Capital Investments, thinks we should pay attention. In his weekly chit-chat on Blockworks Macro, he dives deep into the precarious tightrope the US economy is walking. And guess what? He's ringing the alarm bells. Not that blaring, panic-inducing alarm, but a subtle, "Hey, watch out folks" kind of signal. Sure, maybe the downgrade isn't sending everyone running for the hills, but it's definitely painting a stormy picture. So what's the deal with Japan? That place where the debt to GDP ratio is like, well, let's just say a little terrifying. The International Monetary Fund is giving them 264%. Crazy, right? But hey, we're heading in that direction too, slowly but surely. So here's where the rubber meets the road. Japan's been on a monetary roller coaster ride, pulling off the negative interest rate show like a seasoned magician. And guess what? They're not quitting. They're all in because the debt ain't going anywhere and the negative rates are like their get out of jail card. You've got to hand it to them. They've got tactics. Now, Japan's stock market is like the party you weren't invited to but turned out to be a blast. Those stocks on fire. And you know why? Their return on invested capital? A march for US companies. But their capital efficiency? Well, that's a different story. They're the let's stash cash under the mattress kind of folks. But guess what? They're smart. Devalue the currency and watch the market dance. It's a move that's paid off big time. Now, let's talk numbers. You've got US debt dancing with GDP and it's hitting the 100% mark. It's like they're having a party and you're not sure if you're invited. But wait, there's more. The interest on that debt? Well, it's trying to break records. And guess what? It's winning. It's at an all-time high. Now, here's the juicy part. What happens if interest rates start soaring? Picture this. Bonds, bills, and all that debt suddenly feeling like they're in a hot seat. Default? Well, nobody's a fan of that word. It's like a financial expletive. Before we go any further, I just want to thank everyone who has already subscribed to our channel. Your encouragement inspires us to continue producing top-notch financial content. It would be a good idea to click the subscribe button right away if you haven't already. You'll be a part of our expanding community of money lovers who are committed to enhancing their financial security by subscribing. Back to Yusko. He's talking, and he's got a point. Governments just love to spend. It's like their favorite hobby. Why? Because it's good for them and their friends. But guess what? Tax receipts are pulling a disappearing act, and that's not a good sign. You can't spend like there's no tomorrow if there's no cash in the kitty. Fitch ain't sounding the panic alarm yet. They're not expecting a debt apocalypse. But let's get real, people. Things could get really ugly real quick. Now let's talk about Japan again. They're like the wise old sage who's been there and done that. They stated spiraling before it was cool, thanks to globalization helping them out. But here's the thing, the US ain't got it so easy. Japan had tricks up its sleeve, and the US? Well, they're facing some tough choices. Aging population? Check. Sky-high healthcare costs? You bet. And let's not forget that military budget. It's like someone left the faucet on. But hey, geopolitical tensions are heating up. It's like a recipe for chaos. So, here's where it gets interesting. Owning hard assets is the name of the game. And is the star of the show. Bitcoin. Yeah, that digital gold everyone's been talking about. Mark Yusko, Lynn Alden, and James Lavish are like the trio of wise sages delivering the same message in harmony. Hey folks, the ship's sailing through the rough waters. We're not sugarcoating it. Things are looking dicey. But you know what? There's a way to navigate this storm. And that lifeboat amidst the financial tempest is none other than Bitcoin. Here's the thing. While the world around us is in constant flux, Bitcoin stands strong as an unchanging force. It's like that reliable friend who's got your back no matter what. The beauty lies in its consistency. It's not about adapting to the world. It's about the world adapting to it. And in a world where currencies can crumble, economies can falter, and debts can balloon, Bitcoin remains a steadfast pillar of stability. So why the fuss about Bitcoin? It's not about the latest trend or a fleeting fad. It's about having a reliable stronghold in the midst of uncertainty. With the financial forecast looking increasingly stormy, having an asset that isn't tied to any government's economic policies and that isn't subject to sudden shifts in monetary systems is a game changer. It's the ultimate hedge against the unpredictable twists and turns of the financial landscape. When the winds of change blow hard and traditional assets find themselves on shaky ground, Bitcoin holds its ground as a digital fortress. It's a smart move, the calculated risk, in a world where financial stability is the ultimate prize. And as these financial gurus highlight, Bitcoin isn't just a buzzword. It's the lifeline for those who choose to embrace its potential and sail through the storm unscathed. So, how long do we have until the US juggernaut crumbles under its mountain of debt? Which, by the way, is hovering around the staggering $200 trillion mark. That's the million-dollar question. Or maybe it's the trillion-dollar question. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate you being here today. If you liked what you saw, kindly support us by clicking the like button and joining our channel. By subscribing, you can be sure that you won't miss any of our upcoming information-packed videos. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and co-workers who might find our financial content useful. Let's work together to create a secure financial future.